Ladies and gents, it's Dusty Thunder once again with another Reddit story for you. This one is, am I the astronaut for making my friends drive back home during a road trip because I didn't want to stay overnight? So I was on a road trip with a few friends this past weekend. We were supposed to drive out to the small town, grab some food, check out a couple of spots, and then head back the same day. Simple enough. While we were there, we stumbled across the bar that had a live band playing, and my friends got super into it. They wanted to stick around, grab some drinks, and make a night out of it. Admittedly, I was super into the idea too because it was very much up my alley. The thing is, none of us had planned to stay overnight. We didn't pack anything, and the plan was always to go home after. See, this kind of information would have been important in the title, OP. They started talking about just booking a cheap motel in walking distance and staying the night so we could keep hanging out. I immediately said I was not cool with that because I can't sleep unless I'm in my own pajamas, and I didn't bring them. It's just how I am. And I figured since this was a day trip, it wouldn't be an issue. They tried convincing me to just go with it and stay the night, but I wasn't budging. I said if someone drove me to a store before they closed, I'd be happy to buy some pajamas, but nothing was open nearby. I said someone could stay sober as the DD, but none of them wanted to do that. I don't have a license, so I couldn't be the DD. Oh, sorry. They even offered to not make me chip in for the motel, which was nice, but I was wearing a nice shirt and jeans, aka clothes I could not sleep in. In the end, since I can't drive, they all had to pack it up and head home with me. The whole ride back was awkward. None of them really said anything, but I could tell that they were pissed. Now I feel like the bad guy for not just going along with the change of plans, but honestly, I just didn't want to be stuck somewhere overnight without my stuff. So, am I the astronaut? Ellen, I would need medication, so I'd have to go home. It was supposed to be a day trip, so NTA. OP sounds annoying, Rhea. I don't know. So the plan from the get-go was for them to just go during the day and then come back. And like, I would want my stuff. I'm a little more rigid in my ways, though. We don't know ages of anybody here. We don't have ages of anybody. So it was a friend group, but they don't have like kids or there's nothing like that involved. Maybe I'm just an old curmudgeon. And I'd be like, I need my things. Like I need my pillow. I need my book. Like I need my things. I mean, this was the plan. The plan was to come back. You just stuck to the plan instead of being spontaneous. Now, I think in regards to, are you an astronaut for making them come back and going against the pivot that they were voting for? Probably to them. I'm sure they would have had more fun if they had stuck around, and now they might be salty about it, but they also have to be a little bit understanding because the plan was always to come back. So even though they're salty with you, I don't think they can fault you too much for it. And, when we look at this, it is I could have done it differently, should have done it differently, definitely shouldn't have done that, or you're a terrible human. Look, they can't even call you an asshole for that. They can't. No pre-communication happened. Nobody was prepared. They were just willing to basically sleep in their clothes or whatever, probably to get drunk enough to where it didn't matter what they were wearing. They were just going to pass out wherever they were anyway. You were the only one not willing to go with the flow and party hardy and just ride it out. Tony Spark, I'm curious, what would you do here?
This is where you and I are very different people, and like me and OP are very different people, because I am one of the friends who wants to just stay and party, and I don't care. I'll just sleep in the clothes that I have on, wake up in the morning, get up, and you go home and change a shower. And
I've been in that phase of my life
because
before.
To me, like, I don't know, it's more fun. Like if we're having fun and having a good time, and the band is good, the bar is fun. Like why? I mean, we can stay across. It's not a big deal. Yeah. I don't think. But if you had a plan that was always we're going to this little town during the day and then we're coming back that night, and if there were four of you, and if there were one person that was like, I don't want to stay, would you be pissed at that person? I wouldn't be pissed at that person. I mean, I would be a little disappointed. I'd be like, I mean, come on. I mean, I would be the one like, come on, like it'll be fine. Like let's just. But I would also probably do the solution of like, hey, let's go buy some clothes. Like you want to go? Let's run over here. We'll go get you some stuff. We'll DoorDash you some clothes right now. Whatever. Like I would be that guy looking for the solution of how do we stay and keep partying instead of like being mad at that person. Right. Be like, I would exhaust all the options before we had to go back.
Well, they said road trip, so I'm guessing it's not some kind of easy, let's just get this person an Uber to get them home and then we can stay kind of thing too. But you know what Moira says? Every party needs a pooper.
Yeah. But see, I'm also the guy that like, even if I'm going somewhere, Like if I'm going, maybe not a road trip, but if like I'm going somewhere, I will more often than not bring a bag of everything I need just in case.
Your day bag.
So I'm always ready for whatever is going to happen. Like I'll bring a bag, change of clothes, whatever. Be like, I'll sleep in my truck if that is what happens.
Yeah.
But like,
so you know what? And maybe that's the solution here, OP. Maybe that's the solution here. So the conversation at this point with your friends is like, hey guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I was the party pooper. I understand that I was the party pooper, but it would not have been enjoyable for me, and I would have been even more of a party pooper if I did stay. So this was the only way. However, next time I'll make sure that I bring a day bag, and then that way, if we end up pivoting, I'm at least more prepared in there. And then if you guys in turn think that there's the possibility that plans could change or be fluid and can communicate with me, then I can be even more prepared. And there's a much higher likelihood of me saying yes next time. So yes, acknowledge the fact that you were the party pooper here. They can't fault you for it. I mean, they can fault you for it, but they really can't. I mean, it was always the plan to come back, but you're just the party pooper now. And that's okay. You own it. They know it, but I think if you have some kind of solution plan to make sure that you avoid this pickle again, everybody would come out of it happy, right? Tony Sparks, the guy disconnecting his battery cables once you get down there. So when you try to get back to the truck to leave, it's like, oh, we're stuck, guys. I guess we're staying the night. During my total freedom party days, I would have been all for it. It didn't matter. Like, yeah, you stay the night, stay the week, whatever, man, let's go. At this point in my life, it'd be like a hell no. Look, every minute of my life is planned and booked for something way ahead of time. There's no way that I can have that kind of like freedom and flexibility to just do whatever. So, yeah, definitely would not do that now. I'd be the party pooper, 100%. Wasn't always that way though, and everybody's a little bit different, I guess.